ITRBoxing. You heard it here first. Pretty cool videos. And I heard they're also in HD. ITRBoxing.com.
One time I was getting home from the gym like on a Friday night, like maybe 8, 9 o'clock. I was with my dad and we were going inside the house. Boom, boom, you just hear gunshots everywhere. Like 6, 7 gunshots. And all my friends across the street was hanging out across the street. You could just hear people screaming, girls crying. And next thing you know, my dad instantly told us, get on the floor. We jumped on the floor and we looked across the street. My friend was on the floor. And his dad got shot in the arm. And my friend, I think, got shot somewhere in the stomach. And thank God they both survived. But that was something very scary. Why did I start boxing? To keep myself out the streets in Compton. It was in a bad neighborhood and bad influences around me. And as a kid, I was easily influenced by all those bad things. So my dad just decided to take me out the streets and put me into a positive activity. Relationship with my dad, that's like my best friend right there. And he sacrifices everything for me. And I really appreciate him. And that's why I'm doing all this. I'm doing it to be able to one day give back to him and show all the appreciation for him. And just like all the sacrifices I'm doing now, he's doing for me. I'm doing the same for him. It's vice versa. Oh, they were very high. I would probably be in gangbanging in the streets, stealing things, and that's all I was around. Like all the older people, I would kick it around. That's all they would do, just gang members, stuff like that. It was very, very high. I would probably be in jail or I'll be dead. When there's shootouts, the people they aiming to kill. They're not like they want. You know, these people aren't professionals at shooting. There's times where little kids get hit, innocent bystanders get hit, and for aiming at a rival, somebody innocent gets hurt, and that's like I'm really against that. I'm really against all the gang, the violence around it. Like I would like for them to like stick together instead of tearing each other apart. Yeah, I just like, yeah, it would mean a lot to me. I would definitely like to turn Compton around into something positive. Stop all the gang banging, the drugs, the drug selling, all that. Like we need to stop all that.
The biggest thing I look for a fighter is that they always want to give back to the community. I think with Adan, the biggest thing that kind of stood out to me was his involvement in wanting to give back to Compton. I'm personally from Compton, so I think that that's something that we could both relate to. The other thing that I like about Adan is his style. He's very focused, he's very motivated. Even if he's not fighting, he's back in the gym. He's just wants this, and I think that that's just super crucial for a fighter to be able to have those type of characteristics when they want to become a pro boxer.
Usually, like, the people giving back to the community now is like people like rappers and basketball players, and you don't really see boxers or really athletes coming out of Compton, so it'll mean a lot for me. I really want to be like a symbol of hope to the young kids, because like the babies that are born in the ghetto, we're born different. You know, we got it harder in the hood. There's nothing easy out there. You gotta survive out there. When I started boxing at like 10 years old, and 2 years, 3 years into it, that's when I started sparring. I started liking it. I started beating kids up. I went in sparring trying to, bust some heads, trying to mess people up, and I started liking the feeling of it. I started liking sparring, started liking the fighting, and exercising, running. I really like. I seen the results in myself and my body changing, and my mentality changing from negative to positive. I liked all that, so that's when I knew boxing was for me.
I actually had met him in one of the tournaments that I used to hold, which was the Mex Games. Met him in Long Beach. He actually won my tournament, and I knew him pretty much since he was a young man, 14, 15 years old. Then as he turned pro, his dad brought him over to see if I wanted to work with him.
When we met him, it was because I was looking for a professional trainer, somebody that'll take me to higher rankings and that professional level of training. That's what we needed. So I met him about 2 years ago, and our relationship, man, after the first fight, we clicked just instantly. We clicked like we know what he knows me in there, and I know what he wants out of me in a professional fight. And so our bond is very strong, very good.
It's work ethic. That's one of the things that I really like about him. Is I don't like to be after kids, telling them what to do constantly. He's got very good work ethics. Does pretty much everything on his own. He takes care of business. Don't have to worry about him making weight or being at the gym.
Gym, they got the best sparring. Great world champions have came out of it. Great current champions are working out of it. And you know, a lot of champions do their training camps over here. We got people coming from Japan, people coming from the UK, all to do their training camps over here. They love the sparring, they love the work, and it's just a very historic. It has a good name to it and a good background to it. And I just want to be, when you're talking Mayweather boxing, I want to be like named one of those names, a part of it.
He is going to be one of the next ones out of here. Maybe not this year, but the year after, we're going to be making a big, loud splash out there.
Yeah, I think I have two connections with him. One, we both are hustlers. We both like to work hard. And I think the second connection is just giving back to the community. It makes it much easier for me and him to connect in that sense because we both have the same thing, giving back to community. And I think that's why we were able to be attracted so easily.
A successful boxing career is getting the WBC world title and the 126 division. And just motivating the youth, motivating everybody, all the young kids. That's what I really want to do.